Hi everyone, this is Dr. Love here, and I wanted to check in to see how you're doing for week 2. I know that the data set that you're working with for this week is huge compared to what you were working with last week. So you're probably in a conundrum on how to deal with such a big data set. So I wanted to give you a very quick tutorial on how to use this excellent feature called pivot tables in Excel. I have a Mac, so my interface might be a little bit different than yours, and I also have the latest version of Excel, which is Office 2016, I believe, although we're in 2017 now. But anywho, what you need to do in this case, my data set is actually bigger than yours. And if you scroll down here, there's 911 data set points. This data is actually on diabetes, and as you can see, ID is each individual person coming in on a particular month, day, year, and the age of the person, the HA1C, the height in centimeters, weight in kilograms, and the gender. In this case, it's coded numerically, dichotomous, and 0 is female, 1 is male in this case. So the question that I have for you is, what is the mean age and height and weight by gender? So your first instinct is to probably go to data and then sort, and that's a great feature, and you sort by gender. And then you say, okay, so all the ones and all the zeros are together. And you're thinking, okay, from here, you may use a filter function. You click on filter, and you can click on that drop-down menu and just click on 0 for female. And as you can see, if you look at your data, only the zeros are selected. Here, there's 288 cases here. And then continue on with the formulation or the formula, such as, you go to the cell and you put equals, and then you use an average feature, and then you highlight the data and then go from there. And then you say done. Okay? But a feature that's in Excel that's even more powerful and easier than using the sort and filter function, especially with the data set this big, is to utilize a function called the pivot table. In my interface, it's in Insert, go to Tables, and there's a function called Pivot Tables. And it'll automatically highlight all the data set here. In this case, I just created one line, so you just want to make sure that that's eliminated. It's 911. You wouldn't have that. And what you want to do is use a new data sheet to make things easier. And what you can do, what's great about the pivot tables are as follows. So there's a pivot table builder, regardless of whether or not you have a PC or a Mac, the same interface or the same pop-up menu will come up. In this case, we want to, for the rows, we want to use gender. It'll make things easier, and you could just drag these rows, and then it's 0 and 1. And then for the values, you click on values here, and I asked about the age, height, and weight. Wait a minute, what is it showing you? It's showing you sum of ages, and that's not what I wanted. So in this case, you want to click on this eye icon and then do average here. Okay? And then for the center, for the height, do the same, average. For the weight, the average. And as you could see, you have the averages and the grand total. It's an interactive. The pivot tables are wonderful because if you change the data points in the main data here, it'll change as you go. This is used in business, in health profession settings, and a lot of settings where you have to keep up with the data, and usually the data sets are huge. Of course, there are fancier softwares or statistical packages such as SPSS, SAS, Stata, and other packages that makes it a little bit easier. But the Excel is free in terms of the fact that you have to have Word, you have to, and it comes in the package. So, and it is a powerful tool to utilize, especially if you're not pursuing your doctorate, for instance. Excel would be a great feature or great software to use in your daily lives and also at work. And you can surprise your boss or coworkers on utilizing these feature. And what you can also do here, so you can label this as average, and then go back to the diabetes, the main data set here. Sorry, I'm scrolling down really fast. Just wanted to move that. And then create another pivot table. In this case, if you want to find a standard deviation, for instance, existing, let's say data sheet, you don't want to do that. You want to go to the new sheet and do the same thing. Gender, rows, and then go back and click on height, weight, and age here. And you can move things around if you need to. And in this case, standard deviations. You could go back and change that to standard deviations. And now you have the standard deviation of all the numbers of the variables that I was asking you, and the average here. And as you could see, there were other pull-down menus: maximum minutes, minimum, count of numbers to make sure that you have everything, variance, etc. So, and then you can, there's various different features, but I just wanted to show you how to use it really quickly and get a really good overview of the pivot tables. I'm going to also put some links on how to make pivot tables from other YouTube videos that might be easier. Like I said, this is not a high production video that I just created for you, but I wanted you to just hear my voice and show you how easy it is to create this, and see you not struggle with the data set and not waste valuable time trying to sort and filter this data set. And the last thing I want to show you is to make sure that you have the Excel add-in called Analysis Tool Pack, and you want to make sure that that is in your, you click that on in your Excel tool pack, because it's not automatically checked. Those of you who have older versions of Mac for Office, this feature was taken away, I think, in 2009 or 2010 feature, and then because of the customers were complaining about it, they put the feature back in 2016. So there's a roundabout solution for it if you have an older version, but if there's a need for you to get the latest version, it might be a good time to do so. Anyway, I will see you in the classroom. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you later. Bye, everyone.